Good morning, students. I am Riya Sinha, your SSC teacher. Today, we are going to discuss our fourth chapter of geography, that is air. In this chapter, we have already discussed about the composition of the air, structure of the atmosphere, weather and climate, and about temperature. Today we will continue the topic air pressure. It is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. So as we go up the layers of the atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. Atmospheric pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of the air on the Earth's surface. The atmospheric pressure can be measured by an instrument called barometer. The normal atmospheric pressure at sea level is about 76 centimeters of the mercury column in the barometer. Now, horizontal distribution of pressure. Whenever there is increase in the temperature of the air, it gets heated and expands in volume, and due to less weight, the heated air rises up, causing low pressure. But at high altitude, the same air gets cooled and becomes heavier, and thus it descends down, causing high pressure. This is vertical distribution of pressure. Atmospheric pressure decreases while going up, and as we go up, the atmosphere becomes thinner and thinner, and its pressure also goes on decreasing. This is the reason why high pressure is found at the sea level due to dense atmosphere. The lower areas or plains have high pressure, but on the mountains there is low pressure. Now see the world pressure system. The main pressure belts of the world are the following. First is equatorial low pressure belt. Second is subtropical high pressure belt, subtropical low pressure belt, and polar high pressure belt. C. Equatorial area is a region of high temperature. Due to intense heating, the atmosphere heats up, expands, and becomes heated. Hence, the air starts rising up in vertical ascent, causing low pressure. The horizontal movement of wind in this belt is very feeble. It is therefore a calm belt. It is also known as doldrums, which you will read in higher classes. It is a zone of wind convergence. This belt extends between 30° and 35° latitudes in both the hemispheres. Here the winds are comparatively dry and calm. This is a zone of descending winds and wind divergence. This region or belt is often referred to as horse latitude. Now see subpolar low pressure belt. This belt extends between 60° and 65° latitudes in both the hemispheres. This is a zone of wind convergence. The rotatory movement of the earth causes low density of atmosphere over this belt. Hence, the atmosphere over this belt is thin, and thin atmosphere can exert only low pressure. Now, polar high pressure belt. Around the North Pole and the South Pole, the temperature remains low, and thus a permanent high pressure develops over the poles. Okay, next topic is wind. The movement of air from high pressure to low pressure area is known as wind. So let's discuss about it. See, due to horizontal difference in air pressure, air flows from the area of high pressure to the area of low pressure. This movement of air is known as wind. A wind is named after the direction from which it blows. Example, the wind blowing from the west is called westerly, blowing from east known as easterly. So there are different types of winds: permanent winds, periodic winds, or local winds. Permanent winds. The wind which blow throughout the year in a particular direction and over a particular region is known as permanent wind. They are also known as prevailing wind or planetary winds. Okay, next type is periodic wind or seasonal wind. These are the winds which blow over a particular period of the year in a particular definite direction over a particular area. These winds develop due to unequal heating and cooling of the surface of the earth. The periodic winds or the seasonal winds are also called monsoon. Monsoon winds are seasonal winds which blow from sea towards landmass in one season, and then from land towards sea in the other season of the year. During summer season, the land mass heats up rapidly and an intense low pressure area develops over Central Asia, which attracts the winds from high pressure. As a result, the southeast trade wind across the equator blow over the Southeast Asia and brings heavy rainfall to several parts of Asia. These are known as summer monsoon or southwest monsoons. During winter season, the land mass becomes cooler and the pressure over Central Asia becomes high. From this high pressure area, the winds blow towards equatorial low pressure area in the northeast direction. These are known as winter monsoons or northeast monsoons. Next is local winds. Local winds blow over a limited area and have local significance only. The amount of water vapor or the moisture present in a given volume of air is termed as humidity. It helps in cooling and heating of the atmosphere, or we can say it moisture also sometimes. The actual amount of water vapor in a given volume of air is known as total humidity or absolute humidity. The ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in a given volume of air and the water vapor which the same volume of air can contain till its saturation level is called relative humidity. Now see condensation. Due to decrease in temperature, the water vapor starts converting into water droplets, and this process is called condensation. It has various forms also, like dew. On cool nights during winter, when the earth radiates heat and gets cooler, then the air which comes in contact with the cool ground also becomes cooler and water vapor starts condensing over the grass, trees, leaves, etc., which could be seen in the early morning, and this is called dew. Next is frost. When the temperature falls down to 0 degrees Celsius, the water drop forms ice crystals which are known as frost. Next is fog or mist. Fog is formed by the condensation that takes place on the dust particles floating near the earth's surface. It can be seen during the peak winter season. Clouds. Clouds are a mass of minute droplets of water formed by the condensation of water vapors in the upper atmosphere. See precipitation. It is a process under which the condensed water vapor falls on the ground in various forms such as rain, snow, sleet, and hail. Rainfall is the falling down of moisture from the atmosphere in the form of liquid water drops. It is of three types: convectional rainfall, relief rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall. See convectional rainfall. When the air comes in contact with the hot surface of the earth, it gets heated, becomes lighter, and starts rising up. Thus, convectional currents are formed. On reaching the upper layer of the atmosphere, the air starts cooling. Then condensation takes place and clouds are formed. And if a critical temperature is reached, then the rain occurs, and this is called convectional rainfall. Next is relief rainfall. When the relief features such as mountains come in the way of a moist wind, then the wind is forced to back and change its direction, and the rising wind starts cooling, and then condensation takes place. Next is cyclonic rainfall. Cyclones are the centers of low pressure. The air converges from all directions towards the low pressure, and it is forced to move in another direction. The rising air gets cooled, condensed, and clouds are formed, which ultimately bring rainfall. Now we have completed the explanation of this chapter. Hope you all understood the covered topics well. Thank you and have a nice day.